200 likes. 200 likes. Let's get 200 likes on this video. What's going on, Cam ATL here? Shout out to the DFS squad. Thank you for joining me today. It is a beautiful Sunday. I'm about to go golfing. Just to relax a little bit before this slate starts. Shout out to the DFS squad once again for holding it down real quick. Shout out to everybody who rides with the DFS squad and is loyal to the DFS squad. Knows that I'm here for you guys. I'm not one of those bullshit guys who is going to do whatever I can for y'all's attention. I'm going to just keep it real with you guys, and you either like it or you don't. Okay? I come on here to make everybody better DFS players in general. I'm not on here for any bullshit drama, YouTube drama or Twitter, none of that. That's not even something I'm going to address because the person is underneath me anyways. So you never go ahead and go with somebody who you never try to, because the only thing that would happen from me acknowledging issues with other YouTubers would be them being able to pretty much get some more attention off of the buzz that DFS squad is creating. Now, everybody knows in the DFS community that DFS squad is on the come up. And that's thanks to my subscribers being super loyal and super awesome. I got the coolest people like in my little squad here, the DFS community right here, that are awesome, man. Like every single video gets over 100 likes. That's why I'm saying let's get 200. We've gotten 200 before. I just want to show everybody that the DFS squad is strong as hell and we stand by each other, man. I will never let anybody bash any of y'all. And yesterday we had a little bit of an issue and my DFS squad members came up and were like, hell no, this shit is not going to happen. And look, man, I appreciate you guys. I don't need anybody fighting battles for me or nothing like that. And I am not going to spend no time on that because guess what? I've got some fire picks today for the high five. For people who want me to start posting my lineups, I've had people come to me about showing lineups. I did not realize that that's something you guys were very serious about seeing because I very rarely got people saying that they want me to post my final lineups. That's fine. I can do that on Twitter or whatever. The way I record my videos, though, if I went to the way I record my videos, it's just easier for me just to go straight to this screen right here and show you guys the picks. It's just better, more efficient that way. I'll post my final lineups on my Twitter. I scored a 289 last night with Courtney Lee getting a 15. Like I said, guys, Kevin Durant was in my high five yesterday. Obviously, you weren't going to play him because later on in the day, he was ruled out. So what I did is I went down to Andre Iguodala and up to Karl Anthony Towns. I shouted out to everybody during the live, go Karl Anthony Towns. He is a monster against Houston. Everybody who listened, you most likely profited last night. So shout out to you, man. I am here for you. Shout out to you. Let's get it. 200 likes. Let's get straight into this. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Comment any questions and concerns. Straight to the first position, guys. Let's go point guard position. Now, Kyle Lowry is still out, guys. Of course, keep track of the situation, okay? The games are starting at 4 o'clock, I believe, today. So make sure you know that as well. At 4 o'clock is when the games are starting. So make sure you got everything taken care of in that situation. Because the games start at 4 o'clock, I will be going live at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, okay? I'll update you guys on Twitter and stuff like that. Follow me on Twitter, Cam_ATL. With Kyle Lowry out, though, guys, I'm going to definitely promote Corey Joseph at 4,500. I don't see why you couldn't, okay? With Kyle Lowry out, he's going against a team that is dead last in the league against point guards. Portland has been struggling a lot against point guards. This should be a high point total. I love this game even without Kyle Lowry. I love this game to stack. This is a very good game to stack. Corey Joseph's at home in Toronto against a dead last defense against guards in Portland. I do expect Corey Joseph to get the start with Kyle Lowry out. And I am definitely putting Corey Joseph in the high 5. Last time I promoted Corey Joseph, he went for 40 plus fantasy points and cost us like 3,500. Take advantage of this guy, okay? At the shooting guard position, I just made a comment at that point guard spot. I was like, look, stack this game. DeRozan has a tougher defensive matchup against McCollum than McCollum has against DeRozan. McCollum has a piece of cake matchup. I see CJ McCollum showing out in Toronto in this high-scoring game. It's going to be a quick pace. I love the situation for CJ McCollum, man. I love the situation. Okay? CJ McCollum is going to be defended by DeMar DeRozan. He does not play defense. DeMar DeRozan is offensive-minded. He is not defensive-minded at all. He is weak on defense. CJ McCollum is a much better defender. He will put more pressure on DeMar DeRozan. So let's go straight to the small forward spot, guys. The Clipper killer, Nicholas Batum. This guy right here, man, last time he played the Clippers, he scored a 47. The reason for that, okay, and Chris Paul is back, guys. This game is going to be a good game, high-scoring game as well, okay? The reason I'm saying Nicholas Batum and the reason he got 47 against the Clippers last game, Blake Griffin is the point guard, okay? He will not be guarding Batum, all right? Chris Paul is the point guard. He will not be guarding Batum. Kemba Walker is going to struggle in this matchup against Chris Paul. Nicholas Batum is going to have a lot of shots opened up for him, guys. A lot of shots opened up for him. And this guy can put up this guy has put up a triple-double for me before. This guy can do it, okay? And he's got that major upside and that safety that you want in your lineup, okay? Nicholas Batum has got to be in the high five today. At the power forward position, guys, sticking with that Charlotte Clipper game, Blake Griffin. The last time that Blake Griffin went against Charlotte, he put up 50 points. With Chris Paul back on the court, that's going to add to the alley-oops. That's going to help Blake Griffin out, okay? That is going to help Blake Griffin out. In this matchup against Charlotte, it's definitely going to be a great outing for Blake Griffin. Most definitely. Now, of course, Chris Paul is going to be taking some touches from Blake Griffin that he would have been getting a lot more of without Chris Paul. But, guys, let's be honest. Blake Griffin has had amazing games, some of the best games of his career with Chris Paul at the point. Okay? So don't let that bother you at all. Don't overthink that situation. Blake Griffin against Charlotte. Nobody on that Charlotte defense can barely even consider of slowing down Blake Griffin. Run up Blake Griffin. He's got to be in the high five today. Last member of the high five, guys. DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis played last night. Now they're traveling to OKC. I like their matchups. It's just which one is going to be the guy. I've noticed that both of them kind of switch off. DeMarcus Cousins had an amazing game the first game that they had. He went for like 70-something. Now this last game he got like 40. Okay, and then Anthony Davis is the one who did great. So you don't really know which one of them are going to go crazy. I'm still trying to wait for this shit to even out before I really get involved with that situation. Andre Drummond, the rebounding monster in Detroit. At home in Detroit against a horrible rebounding team in the Boston Celtics. This is just a beautiful situation for Andre Drummond. Last time he went against Boston, he dropped 69 fantasy points, guys. 69. It is a perfect situation for Andre Drummond, guys. At home in Detroit against a team that can't rebound. Against Andre Drummond, who is an amazing rebounder. The best rebounder in the league, damn near. So there it is, guys. There is my high five, guys. If you've got these high five in your players, this is my suggestion of 5 players that are going to play very, very, very solid, that you can easily fit in your lineup and still make a balanced lineup out of. That's what I give my high five for. I'm not just going to pick all the top players or just throw together a quick 5 people that really I'm not ever going to fucking use together. Most of the time, at the very least, I will have 3 out of these 5 that end up making it to my final roster just because of injury updates and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If there's a serious injury on another team and that opens up a spot for somebody where we can catch value, obviously you want to go down somewhere and catch that value. It's all about catching value in DFS, being able to take advantage of those value spots, okay? So there it is, guys. The high five, Corey Joseph. At home in Toronto against the worst ranked defense against point guards in the Portland Trailblazers in a high-scoring game. CJ McCollum destroying DeMar DeRozan in this game, in this high-scoring game. I love the matchup. Nicholas Batum has done very well against the Clippers in the past. I don't see nobody. Chris Paul's going to be on Kemba Walker, slowing Kemba. Blake Griffin will not be guarding him. Nicholas Batum is going to be open to run wild on that court. I love Batum, guys. Blake Griffin against Charlotte. Last time he went against Charlotte, he got 50 plus. He's at home in Los Angeles. I see him and Chris Paul connecting often with some alley-oops and nice plays in general. I love Blake Griffin to fill up the stat sheet in all areas against Charlotte. Blake Griffin has got to be in the high five for only 8,600. Andre Drummond is honestly my favorite pick of the day, guys. This is somebody that I am so confident will destroy Boston that I don't know why I started saying, like, I was going to say, oh, I'll put my... No, but Andre Drummond is the best option at center to me. I love Andre Drummond. This dude is a must start. He's probably going to be highly owned, but I don't give a shit. You got to play Andre Drummond against this horrible rebounding Boston team. Run him up. So there it is, guys. Good luck. Let's go to the bargain bin, guys. I'm going to show you guys about 4 to 5 players that cost right around 4,000 and below that you can get some major value out of and be able to stack elsewhere, guys, so you can fit that high five in. Whatever. After the high five, I believe I had 15,000 left. That's 5,000 for the last 3 spots, which is very easy to do. That is a very balanced, awesome lineup. So I definitely encourage you guys to try out the high five as long as injuries and stuff don't affect that situation. Now, at the point guard position, I'm going to shout out value plays, guys. Ish Smith, guys. He's at 4,500. I realize he's not 4,000 below, but I've got to shout out his type of value. Ish Smith. We all know he came out of nowhere. And he was very, very solid as of about that game against New Orleans on the 1st. Okay? Now, he got 40 against Charlotte on the 23rd. He scored 40 points, man. They want this guy to be the guy. He played 33 minutes. That's just an obvious sign that this guy is going to be taking that starting role and is going to be getting solid minutes. And against the Boston Celtics, there's not many teams that are better to play point guards against. Like, that is a great matchup, high-scoring matchup, great matchup in general for point guards. Ish Smith has got to be in the bargain bin. Take advantage of Ish Smith's price, guys. That is a fucking low-ass price, man. Now, so that is I'm just going to tell you guys that one. That point guard is my value play of the day. Him and Corey Joseph, obviously. Keep checking on I do believe that Lowry is going to be out for multiple games. So take advantage of Corey Joseph. We all know he can put up huge numbers when he gets his opportunity. So take full advantage of the dude. Down here, guys, let's look at some value down here, guys. Jamal Crawford against Charlotte. That's a great matchup, guys. Charlotte gives up a lot to three-point shooters, so I like Redick in this game. I like Redick a lot in this game, and I like Jamal Crawford, man, to do a little shaking and baking and popping a good amount of threes, doing a damn good job down there. I love Redick at 4,500. Sorry. Redick is only 4,500. I love that play, man. It is a fantastic matchup for him. Yeah, guys. There you go. Redick and Jamal Crawford are my favorite value plays at the shooting guard position. Love those guys. At the small forward position, let's go down to the 4,000 area. Joe Johnson has been solid as of late. Joe Johnson has definitely been solid as of late. He's been getting solid minutes, okay? He got 15, 16, and 11, okay? Which is not good at all. He needs to definitely step that up, but it looks like his minutes are getting more consistent. So keep an eye on Joe Johnson. His minutes are consistent, and when he plays well, he's going to drop a 35 out of nowhere. And if you have him in your lineup, that's great value, guys. So I just want to mention him. Hollis Thompson took over the starting spot in the lineup yesterday against Dallas. Didn't do anything with it. So be careful with that situation. That is great value, though, with a starter being that fucking cheap. I really love that situation with him, too. Let's keep looking, man. Value plays 4,000 and under. Let's keep checking it out. Amir Johnson against Detroit is a good play down low, man. Amir Johnson has actually played good against Detroit in the past as well. Lure at 4,800 is a very good value play against Boston. I'm still wanting to see how Taj Gibson's going to do with his new team. Okay, he did decent against the Lakers. He got 20.5 fantasy points in 21 minutes. It looks like they're going to play him a solid amount of minutes. Against New Orleans, you do not want to go against their big guys, as you know now. So, yeah, guys, I wouldn't recommend it. My value plays of the day, guys, honestly. Go Ish Smith. I love Tony Allen. J.J. Redick against Charlotte, who gives up a lot of three-pointers. Jamal Crawford against Charlotte. Corey Joseph. Take advantage of all of those guys, okay? And definitely take advantage of that high five if you agree with me. I'm not on here to force you guys to do anything. I'm telling you guys my views and my reasons I go, people. You either like it and you go with it or you don't, man. It's DFS. It is what it is, guys. Shout out to everybody for watching. Thank you so much. Once again, 200 likes. Spam up the like button. Follow me on Twitter at Cam_ATL, man. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I am out.